So everything that we've been talking about in all these hours that we've been together today, all that we ever talk about ever, is that you came into this time-space reality knowing that it, in its wholeness, in its diversity, in its differences, provides the basis for you as a selfishly focused, you got to be that because it's all you've got, individual, to receive from it whatever it is you are wanting whenever you are wanting. And if you can, just for a little while, just for a day or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 20, just for a little while, if just for a little while following this conversation you can not look to the action manifested stability that you have around you, we're talking about your house, your home, your relationships, your money, your bank account, if just for a little while you can just set that aside and let it be whatever it be, while you look to your true stability, which is your alignment with Source. And in doing so, you accept the perfection of what's in this vortex. You're going to experience that sweet spot that we've been talking about, where things just keep showing up for you when you want them. Jerry took Esther, when they were first married, on a almost month-long river ride in Montana. And they had a motorhome that they towed a car behind, and they had a rubber raft that they had on top of the car. And they would drive way, 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 way upstream and leave one vehicle downstream and one vehicle upstream, and then they would float all day down the river back to the vehicle. And as they spent that time on the river, Jerry was an avid fly fisherman. It's what he liked more than anything. And he would take his rod and his creel, and he would get into one of these mountain streams, and Esther would watch him from a distance, and he would just run up the river. And she would say, "How do you do that? Are you walking on water?" She couldn't understand. And he said, "There's always a rock for me to put my foot on." He said, "Come with me, I'll show you." Well, there was not always a rock for Esther to put her foot on. She got so wet and so cold so often, bruised her ankles and her knees, slippery, slimy rocks. How is he doing that? But he'd been doing it for so long, he knew, he was just confident that when he decided to go, there was always going to be a rock for him to put his foot on. And this is the thing that we want you to show yourself, that this vortex is abundant with everything that you want. But more than that, there is a very defined, very clearly designed, very much understood path of least resistance known by your inner being. We say the path of least resistance because your inner being knows where all the resistant pieces are that you've been laying along your trail. And if you will get into a more trusting place, your inner being will guide you around that resistance to the things that you're really wanting to experience. And so we know this has been a long way of getting around to the fact that you can be or do or have anything that you want. And while you think that it's one thing or another thing or a lot of things in terms of manifestation, what it really is to be in that sweet spot where you know that all is well with you, and if you can think it, it will deliver itself to you moment by moment by moment by moment by moment. You get into those little rivers where that happens to you. You have those experiences where you know it. We want you to get into the place where you know it all day, every day, where every single person and every single conversation and every single thing that you witness, you accept it as the gift that you have been asking for, that is doing one of two things. It's either contributing to your vortex or it's contributing to your alignment. In other words, it's either helping you with step 1 or it's helping you with step 3. And both are necessary for the constant, joyous evolution and expansion that you've all come here for. The basis of your life is absolute freedom. No one can vibrate for you. The result of your life is never-ending growth and expansion. You are eternal beings. You're not ever going to shut that down. You're never going to stop being, you see. But if you will let your quest, what matters to you most, if you will turn your sights upon how you feel, if you will care about the joyous aspect of this, if you will care about being happy, if you will let being happy be more important than being right, if you let being happy be more important than owning something right now or being with someone right now, if you will let just being happy in this moment, if you will let that be your dominant quest, it is our promise to you that it won't take long before you will find the universe unfolding for you in ways that you cannot deny, how blessed you are, how fortunate you are, and how much the object of attention you are by source energy, who is well aware of you and where you stand right now. We offer too many words. We do. We offer too many words. And in doing so, we cause you to be too thoughtful about it, or too intellectual about it, or too busy about it. If we were standing in your physical shoes, we would think right now, and in the hour that follows this gathering, of the things that you most enjoy doing, and we would work them into this afternoon. We would start serving your happiness first, and everything that is responsible will fill in around it. Service your happiness first, and everything that matters will fill in around it.